me talk all and everybody see me. All right. Welcome to another installment of the House of Kung Fu. My name is Master Travis Lee, and we are now here in wonderful Alachua, Florida, from the cold tundra of Ohio on vacation. Happy holidays to each and every one of you. Great news. I made it in the top three in a global martial arts tournament held by Wing Lam Enterprises. And if you are a fan of the Kung Fu world, you know who Wing Lam family is. So, great honor. I feel so inspired, and I can't wait to start training. And I'm not going to stop even though I am on vacation. So, um, today we are going to continue with our real live How to Fight with Shaolin Combat series. And we are going to continue with our favorite Shaolin combat technique, Tong Bei Quan. Okay. And the reason I decided to continue on with it and make it accessible and free instead of making like a Patreon is because, I'm just seeing more and more of, people not really knowing how to use not only Shaolin but anything in Kung Fu. And, it's become quite alarming. And I think that out of whatever I teach, this has going to be the most important thing, because this isn't just indicative to my style, right? It's indicative to all kung fu. Everything that I show you guys to use, how to fight with kung fu here in Northern Shaolin, can be applied to any kung fu style that you choose. Because at the end of the day, it's not really about an action. Okay, it's about principle, right? The gong, the gong is so important. If you do not have gong, Gong, you will not have gong fu. Okay, gong is not doing the forms, right, and all this stuff, and then doing push-ups. You have to practice the principle of each movement. Okay, not just the form or a technique. Each movement has a certain principle that's different and continues to fluctuate when you do the form. So you have to be able to mentally, spiritually, and physically shift between principle after principle after principle and a whole form. And that's when the mind, body, and spirit combination comes alive. Okay, so for those who don't know what Tombay Twin looks like, from the Western Courtyard and Northern Shaolin, I'll give you a little demonstration now. Make sure you can still see the Buddha head here and still see me. Okay. Okay. Burns the lungs a little bit. Okay. So the first time we did Tombay Twin, our first video, we went over golden palm throws the seconds, okay? And this is first movement. Remember, we can go here, open it up, continue. Now we'll move on to the next one. So the sequence of the form begins like here. Okay. Now the second movement. Turn over to hollow stance. And come here. So again, after golden palm, goes ascends. Turn over the body with the arm, and then here. Close, punch out. All right. Now, if a regular person were just seeing this, they would think it's more like a dance because of the coordination and the big flowing movements. Okay. Now, this move requires a lot of bravery. Okay. You do have Shaolin forms where it's big, like Dong Honchun. It's big, right? You can cover a whole lot of space, attack multiple enemies, right? But with Tong Bei Quan, a little bit different. You're going in. Okay? I'm not really covering a whole lot of distance, doing a whole lot of stances, right? It's in the phone booth. Tong Bei Quan is the ancestor of Mantis. Okay, so Northern Mantis. So Northern Mantis really focuses on fighting in the phone booth, right? And this is one of those moves where it's indicative of that principle. So there's about 3-4 different principles going on here. Have the punch. Okay, so watch the coordination of this arm and this leg. Remember, you gotta have harmony. Shoulders, 3 or 6 harmonies. Shoulders with hips, elbows with knees, wrists with ankles. So the whole body moves. Okay, and when you have that coordination, a lot of great things can happen. So I'm here. Now watch. Now I'm in a nail stance. Okay, see my right foot. I'm on my toes, and there's a reason for that. Okay. Now right here. Now I can lift here, and this is what I do. I can lift here after I punch here, and then lift this to stomp on the ground and shift to a house stance. Right. Although Shaolin has a lot of power, it's not the type of power what you think. Yeah, but this isn't karate though. Kung Fu really uses momentum and the kinetics, the kinesthetic flow, almost like a pendulum. You hold one way and you let gravity and the natural laws of the universe, here we go, flow. And you just become the trial, right? So I'm here, and then as I step back, heel comes down, and then I come over. Now, what's going on here? All right, I'm trying not to give too much for free. I'm going to really try to focus on a few things. There's a lot going on here. The thing that I want to focus on is 3 things: coordination, application, and principle. Okay, coordination. Coordinating is very important. You got to move these at the same time. So I'll give you front view here. Okay. Now application. What's going on here? What am I doing? I'm here. After I punch, right here, something's always going to come back. It's a counter, block, parry, or kind of like a downward hook punch, right here. As you see, after I punch, I'm not just, if I stand here like this, people are like, oh, you're gonna get knocked out, and you're right. So I have to cover what I just opened up. You gotta close the door after you open it. Here, I'm open. Now I close the door, right? You always want to cover at where you strike. This is open, and obviously this is open. But before I cover here where I'm most open at, I gotta close the door where I'm at. Here. And then I come here. So this could be a block, right? This could be a parry when you grind downward, or it could be a punch. You could punch. You could literally use your offense as defense and knock down as a block rather than just go ha, right? You can punch it down. You're not just punching down, you're spiraling down. And notice the my arm that's part of the bicep. Okay, this doesn't stay still. Okay, here, this covers with it. So the power doesn't come from here in the shoulder. You use the spiral power. You twist the end first, and then the rest of the body falls. Almost like Aikido, right? If they want to control your shoulder, they're not going to go after your shoulder. They're probably going to go after your wrist, and then the rest of your body flows. It's the same thing with attacking or defending. Doesn't matter. So I spiral down, and then I cover. Now, obviously, this could be parry, block, whatever. You open up, and as you open up, you see my feet here. Come all the way over. This could be a very nice sequences and series of punches. So here, boom, immediately. I don't pose. I do that for the video, but you don't pose. You immediately go into it. Here, here, and this is called pull the flower from underneath the armpit. Because this is important, okay? I don't just go here, I'm here. Okay, now although this looks at the chest area, it could also be at the diaphragm area. You got to adjust to what's going on. Okay, here, and then, and now this is a really good principle that Mantis uses. They love to come up from underneath and snatch where you don't expect it. They love to snatch. Okay, and this is one of those things here. Now I set down and then I open up, okay? So how do we practice the first principle? Okay, so I didn't bring a lot of my equipment with me, but you got to work on 2 or 3 different principles depending on the situation. Okay, so you could literally, what do I have? What do I have around me that I could use right now to practice this principle of punching and coming in? Okay, let me see. What do we have? Oh, let's see if we can use a ball that my son was playing with, okay? So after you punch, right, you can literally kind of like hold the ball here and then punch down, okay? It's a very simple one that you can do, okay? Hold it here, and you can practice getting the right amount of force. You don't want to, I'm going to say, power punch that, okay? It's almost like a snap, like a rubber band here, boom, okay? And you can generate a lot more power than you think you can from that type of relaxed snap, okay? Don't hold the shoulder up, right? Here after you do it, and then here. And then you can actually catch it. This is actually a really good one. You can actually punch down and catch at the same time, because essentially that's what you're doing. Tong Bei Quan is arms through boxing. Okay, so that means you can throw an attack to get him to have a reaction to throw, and then you capture his ass. All right, set him up, and this actually is not that bad because you can move around with it. Here, catch. So you gotta practice that. Okay. Pretty soon you could probably have something swinging, you know, up and down and towards you to give you a good sense of danger. But this is actually not that bad. Here, and then I catch. You want to pin it to your body. Kung Fu um, really loves pinning people to their body, right, and holding them here, here. Okay, and then you can practice the punch. Here, bam. You've got a lot of power if you want to. Okay, so and the thing is, you don't want to just do it a few times and be like, oh, okay, I got it. Let me tell you something. Every technique, every stance, every principle needs to be practiced at least 1,000 times a day. I'm not kidding you, because these movements require a lot of energy, man. And if you don't have the stamina, it's pointless. Pointless. And the technique and the principle isn't stationary. You gotta be able to move with this stuff on the move. Okay, you gotta be able to switch. Here, the person can come over here. What I'm gonna do here. Okay, it's a nice little capture. Okay, now remember this capture principle because it shows up a lot in the form at specific places like so. Okay, but we ain't gonna get into all of that. Okay, so what's going on here for the next movement? Take the flower from underneath the armpit. Here, so I capture. Now, say if you missed or you do capture a person's arm, right? And this is gonna kind of blow your mind what's about to happen here. Now, I really should be getting paid for this, but man, this is really important that we preserve here. Now, this could be a block. I'll show you front, okay? Cover your whole body, man. Don't just come here. Cover your whole body. And I shift so you can see my feet. I'm down, okay? See here. Okay. Now, this turn, almost like karate block. Here, here, here. Do. Okay. This articulation of when you turn can get a lot of power. Okay. And you're not just turning. You gotta imagine you're rolling and grinding. I want you to hold your arm out if you can, and take one of your forearms. Okay. Practice grinding this and do it with relaxed energy. Okay. Not with power, relaxed energy. And you can see your body will kind of go with it, okay? Roll it on. Start the power here. And your arm will flow. It's the same thing here. Now, I'm not going right in, I'm going out. Here, let's see. Here. Yeah, it turns over. Basically, just flip it here, okay? This you can do a whole lot just from right here. All right, and this is the first part sequence of flower from underneath the armpit here, and then I open. Okay, now this obviously can be some blocks. You can block a kick, you can block a punch, you can snap an arm. Right, I show you. Let me find a stick. Okay. So say if this was a person's arm, right? Here comes the punch. I After I punch, here comes the punch, right? I capture it. See if you can see this. I capture it here. Now look at this part. Say if I did capture his arm. Here's the wrist. Here's the elbow joint here. And here's the shoulder joint right here. Watch what happens. I move a punch out the way, and then I punch him. Here comes another punch. It doesn't even have to come. You can get the punch. You can just come in and just almost like smother him. It's not stationary. You can do whatever you want. You gotta be brave. Here, let's say if a punch comes after I punch, I push it in here, capture it, or here, punch it down. Doesn't matter. If I punch it down, that's even better because it bends already. And you see the shoulder joint go up, and that's exactly what I want. And say if I do punch it down after I capture and I punch it down, okay, and then I capture here, watch what happens. Look, you see this? Here's the arm, and I have it on top, and I pin, and I'm here. Now watch what happens when I go here. I can grab, or I could just use the natural placing of it, and watch what happens. Just from here. I haven't even finished coming in yet. Okay? It comes. I punch. Remember, this arm is right here after I punch for a reason. I set him up. I want him to attack this opening. So when he does, I guide it in, and then I capture. And then watch what happens when I press and I open. Remember, here, you got to practice this grinding. You can't just go, ah, it's not going to work. This right here. Remember, here, bam, snapped. And I haven't even finished. So you got to practice that of being brave. Here, go ahead. Punch, bam. You got him. Covers. Here, I cover this side of my body. And then it goes in. I cover this side of my body. Everything's closed, almost like a door that closes instead of like this, like that. It covers everything. Here. Bam. And then I got him. So you got to practice the capture and then the appropriate way opening. Here, hold on. Capture. Okay, this is the first one. Here. Practice that 1,000 times. Grab a stick. Grab some sticks. And then as you get better with it, you can grab more solid, more stronger sticks. Okay? Practice. The punch come here, pin it here. You can have a person come in and try to stab you, and then you guide it in, and then you here, and then you here. Now grab it. In reality, you're probably gonna have it your fist, his punch on top of your fist here. Okay, and then you can grab it. If you want to grab, go ahead. Okay, and then open up. All right, it's gonna be harder because this is shorter. Let's see. Did I lie? No, I lied. It's actually your palm is on top of his. Here, I actually lied. Here, and then here, and then press down and open at the same time. And then here, it's harder as the stick gets smaller, but you gotta train. Okay? Yeah. And then you can actually just practice this You don't have to snap it every single time because a person's arm isn't gonna snap immediately like one of those little sticks. You come here and you could just practice this right here, and just try to grind it here and press and sit at the same time, and then you can hold that pressure. 3, 4, 5, and then you see my elbow. You can add some elbow pressure there, and then practice from each arm. Okay. And then open. Wait, it's a little bit different here. Hold on. From the left side. Here. Okay. And then come in. And then here. Okay. Inward. Practice that 100,000 times. Simple, right? Exactly. It's supposed to be simple. You don't do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. You practice the simple things over again. And then you don't have to think about it. Now, you see in some of my videos, remember, I'm the only person on YouTube showing real fighting stuff. Okay? So please like, share, subscribe. So here, 1,000 times here. Okay? The action. You don't stay still. You gotta practice that. You can come here. Okay? Here. And then you can go back. Here. You can go forward. Gotta be brave. Now remember, this isn't finished yet. Here. Now this comes over. Hold on, let me see. Okay, this. Oh, you're gonna love this. Wham! Here, show you front. Here, I can punch and capture. And then as I come up and right here, and this doesn't stay stationary. Roll it over. And don't make it too wide so you expose your vital points. Here, right here. This is all you need. And it looks open, and you want him to think that. So when he does, or her does, she does, wham! Now what goes on here? Capture, open up. Clearly, you can keep blocking. Now, this comes with the stance. Okay, it's not. I'm not still here. You don't have the hip kinetic flow with this. You gotta shift your stance to hollow stance. Okay, but I don't know. You probably can't see my feet as well. Maybe I should bring this down a little bit so you can see my feet. Okay. Oh, that's a lot better. Here. Here. Now watch. Watch the coordination of my foot, my right foot, and my left hand. The power of opposites. Here. Okay? And then keep going. Almost like you just slide it in. Now what goes on here? Punch, capture. Here. Something's gonna come. You punch it down. You punch down and up at the same time. You already know what that means. Right here. Now it would be different if this was longer and it had a stable here, right? But you can clearly see. If I had a partner with me, you definitely see what's going on. But I'm on vacation, so here comes this punch, and you just basically punch. Let me see. Here comes a straight punch. You punch up to the wrist, and then you punch down on the forearm. Here, it's right there. Here's the wrist. Here's that forearm. Bam! Snap it. Person's gonna go like, oh. Okay. You got to practice that. It's not that hard, but you have to coordinate it. It's not just in the shoulders and in the arms. It's from the weight shift, from you going to one stance to another. Okay? Toe, heel, heel, toe. Here. And you follow it. Okay? Don't hold this here. Flip it over. Here. Use it. Use it to follow it. Okay? All this is person's coming. It's hard. One of those things is hard to slow down. There you go. This right arm. Watch the right arm. Here. Okay? The power of this down punch doesn't come from here. It comes from the right. Because of the weight shift. And then that weight shift, I carry it in my arm. And I use this part of my body to push this part down. Here. Yeah. Here. So I'm fast. I'm like, here. I'm ready. It's already there. 5 things happened in a span of 1 second. Bam. Okay? You have to practice that hundreds of times. And then finally, you have to be brave. Here. And don't hold this stationary. Let it go. And I know you feel it. Here. Slam down. And follow it. And then finally, the next movement. Here. Okay? Now this you have to be really brave for. You can't be afraid. You can't be afraid of pain. You can't be afraid of getting hit. You have to trust your technique. Here. And I use my knee, my arm, and I capture. I can block capture. Everything's protected. Everything. I'm not open. Here. This right here, you think it's open, but it's not. If you watch Dragon Ball, little Goku, I think when he first fought Master Roshi, or when he fought him again, his stance was this. And only the real martial artists understood that he wasn't open anywhere. You leave things open on purpose, like Mayweather. He knows this is open. So it's not open. This is a trap. And because they know it's a trap, they don't move. They're like, okay, what's he trying to set me up for? Then bam, they get hit. Bam, they get hit. Use that opportunity to your advantage. And in Southern Mantis, they call that the invisible bridge. This is exactly what that is. You leave something open on purpose. Invisible bridge. Here. Now capture. Now, how do you do this? How do you practice here? Now, leave this open, and it's the same principle of, where have you seen that principle for? The capture. Here. It's the same thing. But guess what? Without the knee. This is with the knee. Huh? Here. Now with the knee. You start to see the flow. Here. Now he remembers this. Open. What's open here? Technically, my legs. And I know that. He's seen this before. Everything is up top, so he's going to probably go for the bottom. I hope he goes for the top. I hope so. But if he doesn't, the bottom is what he'll go for. And I'm ready for it. Here. Okay, and then you punch. Now, it's not what you think. No. Here. This could not only just be a capture, this could be strike. Both of these. You can really gain some force just from going like this. Come in saying, bam! Come in. At the same time. And then you add. Now, you could, I really wish I had a person here. I got an idea. Let's move over to here. You're going to like what we're about to do. Okay? Excuse me. All right. This is actually not bad. This is actually pretty good. Okay. So you can me properly. All right. Not bad. Being preserved. Right back. Okay. So. Okay. This is actually not bad. Here. 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 Now, when I'm here, now I can step down on his knee and his leg as I come here. This is what a lot of people don't understand about Shaolin, is that they don't attack one part of your body. They attack everything at the same time. Like getting hit with a wall. Here. So you can step down here, put your knee here. He's gonna go like, okay. Right here. Immediately, a part of his body is gonna go forward. And then as you step down, bam. And this could be a great move. You're right here. Bam. You can use this as a block. You can use it as an attack. The knee. Press here. And then you can masquerade it as a knee strike. Bam, and then capture him. Okay? Now remember, we're not done with the form yet, but you can see. How do you practice that? You just got to practice it. In your mind is where the gong comes from. Not just doing the movement. What's going on here? Capture, block, knee, block. It depends. If I just want to practice a capturing principle, I practice that. Capture out. Here, you practice it. In boxing, you don't just throw the right hand. Get your distance. Okay? And then you go. You let your brain and your body and the neural pathways open up. Here. That's why when you see me spar, I do a whole lot of this. People that's like, what is going on when he's doing that? I'm already doing the movement without doing the movement. I'm prepping for it. I do it one step at a time. So it looks like this. I'm here. Bam! Bam! Come here. And then back. You got to practice that going forward, going backwards, going off to the side. Okay? And then you can do it from the other side. Practice. Here. Bam! Okay? That's all I can give you right now. Otherwise, I won't get paid for anything. So, thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, House of KungFu. Like my YouTube. And,